a pioneer in education. Mrs. Maryam Faruqi is a well-known, dedicated and committed person. She is recognized in academic circles of the metropolis as the founder of Happy Home School Karachi. She takes pride in the fact that the institution, which has a success story of about 58 years, is in the hands of the third generation of visionary people. A sapling which she planted 58 years back is now a well-rooted tree which is set to grow and flourish. Her success can be attributed to her passion for education and the restless desire to utilize her potential in the service of humanity. This is something she inherited from her father. Born to a respectable and learned family of Pune, India, to Sir Ibrahim Harun Jafar and Lady Hawa Bai Harun Jafar, she was second in line of 8 brothers and sisters.
मेरे वालिद एजुकेशन के बहुत ज़्यादा ख्वाहिशमंद थे कि हमारी न सिर्फ उनके अपने बच्चे बल्कि पूरी कम्युनिटी मेमन कम्युनिटी तालीम की तरफ राग़िब हो जाए। उसके लिए उन्होंने कॉन्फ्रेंस भी बनाई और उसके सेशन हमेशा हर 6 माही के बाद हुआ करते थे। और पूना में वहाँ सबसे पहले उन्होंने एक स्कूल लड़कियों के लिए बनाया। लड़कियों की तालीम के बहुत ख़्वाह थे और वो स्कूल अब भी मौजूद है और उसमें हर साल तरक्की हो रही है। और वहीं बहुत बड़ा हॉल भी बनाया अपने वालिद के नाम से, उसको कहलवाया हारून हॉल। मेरी वालदा बिल्कुल पढ़ी लिखी नहीं थी, लेकिन उन्हें बहुत ज़्यादा शौक़ था। जब बच्चे स्कूल जाने लगे भाई मेरे, तो वो जब वापस आते थे तो उनके बस्तों से किताबें निकाल कर वो पढ़ती रहती थी और इस तरह से उन्होंने तालीम हासिल की। आप हैरान होंगे कि जब ऑल इंडिया कॉन्फ्रेंसेस के सेशन होते थे तो मेरी वालदा उसमें तकरीर करती थी और सब हैरान थे कि भाई इन्होंने कहाँ से सीखा है, क्योंकि उस वक्त कम्युनिटी बिल्कुल बैकवर्ड थी। तो बताती थी कि मुझे इतना शौक़ था कि मैं अपने बच्चों की किताबें रात को निकाल के पढ़ा करती थी।
In recognition of his services, her father was called the Sir Sayyid of Dakkan and was knighted with the title of Sir. Her brother, Mr. Ahmed Jafar, was greatly admired by the Qaid-e-Azam. He said, "I want young blood to come forward and you are an asset to the Muslim League." Mr. Jafar was the recipient of a British award also. His son, Mr. Abdul Qadir Jafar, the High Commissioner of Pakistan in the UK, is following in his footsteps.
Mrs. Faruqi, who is my auntie, a person with great drive, energy, and she's totally committed to the cause of education. I think her contribution in the field of education should be today unparalleled in Pakistan. I have not come across anyone who has done so much to the cause of education. She is of course associated with us in our hub school. This is a new project which we all thought of again creating in Pakistan for the benefit of the future generation.
Another prominent social worker in her family was her younger brother, late Isa Jafar.
ईसा जाफ़र बहुत ज़्यादा शौकीन थे क्रिकेट के और उन्होंने काफ़ी टीमें बनाई और बहुत ज़्यादा उसमें दिलचस्पी लेते। कराची क्लब जो है वहाँ भी उन्होंने मैचेस वगैरह एक यानी दीवानगी के साथ वो ये काम करते थे और उसी में उनकी इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस लिया कि उनका इंतकाल हार्ट फेल से हुआ। लेकिन ये कि बाद में लोगों ने उनकी कमी को बहुत महसूस किया और उनको खिताब दिया बाबा क्रिकेट, जब वो ज़िंदा थे तभी। बहुत जो काम उन्होंने किया बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुलूस के साथ किया।
Recalling her childhood, Mrs. Faruqi adds that when the girls of her age were busy playing dolls, she spent her time reading and gaining pleasure from books. From an early age, she had a strong desire to be a teacher. Her education started around 6 years of age from Islamia School, Pune, which is now a full-fledged school named after her parents. After that, she went to a secondary school called Begum Ka School and later to Anglo-Urdu High School. She topped in grade 6 and was asked by the headmistress to teach Urdu to class 5, at which she felt, in her words, on top of the world. That was her first success.
मैंने सन 54 में एज ए ड्राइंग टीचर इनका स्कूल ज्वाइन किया था और मैं उस वक्त से देख रही हूँ उस ख़ानदान को खास तौर पे मरियम आप कि एक लगन है, एक तड़प है कि किसी तरह इल्म, और वो इल्म जो मुसलमान कौम को बहैसियत कौम मनवा ले दुनिया में और अपने पैरों पे खड़ा कर दे। मरियम फारूकी का मिशन सिर्फ ये।
Her lesson preparation and discipline was appreciated, and her headmistress once remarked, "I bet you will be a good headmistress." Afterwards, Mrs. Maryam Faruqi enrolled in the convent of Jesus and Mary.
मैंने 7वीं 6ठी तक तो उर्दू मीडियम स्कूल में पढ़ा, वो भी बेगम रफ़ीउद्दीन का कायम करदा था और मेरे वालिद भी उसमें शरीक थे। और उसके बाद मेरा दाखिला कॉन्वेंट ऑफ जीसस में हुआ, और वो हुआ भी तो यानी मैंने 6th पास करके 4थी या 5वीं में दाखिला लिया, क्योंकि ABCD भी तो नहीं आती थी। यहाँ मैं बहुत शरीक थी, उर्दू मीडियम स्कूल में बहुत खेला मैंने, लेकिन जैसे कॉन्वेंट में दाखिला हुआ बिल्कुल मेरे ज़बान बंद हो गई, इसलिए कि सब तो इंग्लिश बोलते थे, हमें तो ABCD भी नहीं आती थी ना, यानी कुछ यस नो भी नहीं। टीचर्स भी और मदर कहती व्हाट ए गुड गर्ल, यू नो दैट द न्यू गर्ल विच हैज़ बीन एडमिटेड, शी इज़ वेरी गुड। कोई शरारत ही नहीं, शरारत कहाँ से करेंगे, बोलना ही नहीं आता था। खैर रफ्ता रफ्ता मैं आदी हो गई और 7th तक, एंड आई टॉप द स्कूल इन माई मेट्रिकुलेशन एग्ज़ाम। सब हैरान थे। फिर कॉलेज में दाखिल होने का मसला हुआ, वहाँ कोई कॉलेज पर्दे का या लड़कियों का नहीं था। नौरोजी वाडिया कॉलेज, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कॉलेज, तो उसके लिए भी मुझे बहुत रज़ामंदी हासिल करनी पड़ी। एक एक भाई की खुशामद चुपके चुपके, एक राज़ी हो गए तो फिर दूसरे को राज़ी करें। वालदा तो फुल एंड फुल मेरे साथ थी कि गो अहेड, जितना तुम्हें पढ़ना है पढ़ो, लेकिन तुम अपने भाइयों को और वालिद को राज़ी करो। चलो भाई, उनको भी राज़ी किया बड़ी मुश्किल से।
Her outstanding intermediate results earned her the Musa Qasim Gold Medal. In 1945, she graduated from Bombay University with distinction and won a gold medal in BA Honours. After graduation, when she wanted to pursue a career in teaching, she faced much opposition from her family. But her persistence and determination bore fruit, and she was appointed in the Pune Government Teachers Training College. Demonstrating a great sense of responsibility and commitment, she was selected for teachers' training at government's expense, which was yet another hallmark in her career. She went to Belgaum to study at the BT College. About a year later, she obtained BT degree from CT College Belgaum with excellent results and returned to Pune. Soon after her return, her marriage was set for 6th April 1947 with Mr. N.H. Faruqi, an eminent civil servant. The marriage was arranged in Delhi. Her brother, Mr. Ahmed Jafar, was a member of the Legislative Assembly and was a great admirer of the Quaid-e-Azam. At his invitation, the marriage was largely attended by the members of the Pakistan movement, including the Quaid-e-Azam, Fatma Jinnah, Liaquat Ali Khan, Begum Liaquat Ali, Sardar Abdul Rab Nishtar, and many other dignitaries. Coming from Bombay, she had to make great adjustments to her husband's Lucknow culture, which she did readily and happily. Her husband, Mr. Nuruddin Hassan Faruqi, with whom she shared her love for Urdu literature, proved to be a patient, solid support. Mrs. Maryam Faruqi has 5 children, all educated and well settled in their own disciplines. One of them, Mrs. Ghazala Nizami, MED from USA, is the principal of Happy Home School.
Mrs. Maryam Faruqi, she's my mother, and I've known her to be a highly charged individual and very, very sincere in her aims and in her work. And she's been such a role model that it's extremely difficult to copy. She's such a determined person, and I've been here since 1972. And I joined the school as a teacher and gradually progressed to this position. And after 58 years of founding the school, I find that Mrs. Faruqi is still so, mashallah, she's so very active that I think it's, I feel that it's time for me to retire, but she's, mashallah, still going on.
Her other children are settled in different professions in Pakistan and abroad. After marriage, her husband opted for Pakistan, and they reached Karachi on 23rd August 1947. where they lived in a 3-room house in Garden West, which was reserved for incoming government officers. After that, they got a house on 95 Jamshed Road, which is where the foundation of Happy Home School was to be laid in future.
In fact, Mrs. Maryam Faruqi to me is the name and symbol of devotion, sincerity and hard work. The services she rendered for the furtherance of education are really commendable and worth appreciating. She is at the same time an exemplary teacher, and on the other hand she is a model administrator, because she has not simply inculcated in the students of the institutions being run and supervised by her this sense of patriotism. Rather, she has also worked to let them be a good Muslim at the same time.
Mrs. Faruqi's restless soul did not let her sit in peace. She worked with Mrs. Qazi Isa for the National Guard movement and prepared girls and ladies for emergencies. She worked with the Women's Muslim League. She also enrolled herself in some vocational classes at Mama Parsi School. But this did not quench her thirst for becoming a teacher. Mrs. Faruqi desperately wanted to start a school of her own. Her husband was not in favor of operating from home, but gave in to her promise to keep the school limited to a group of 20. The school began functioning on 7th February 1949 with 5 children, which grew to 25 within a month. The number kept on increasing and more rooms had to be utilized until it was no more possible to run it from home. Keeping her promise to her husband and with his support, she acquired a plot and a school building was constructed in 1952 on Shahid-e-Millat Road, which was an isolated area at that time, and she had a hard time convincing parents of children and of teachers who were wary of sending them until transportation had been arranged.
It is an honor to be speaking about a lady like Mrs. Maryam Faruqi, who I have known, I think, over the more than 4 decades. Once you meet Mrs. Maryam Faruqi, you don't forget her. You can't forget her. She has a presence, and when I say she has a presence, she impresses you with her dedication, with her commitment to education. She likes to share all her experience with other people, and I think that is a great, one of the great attributes of any person, especially in education.
Mrs. Faruqi was awarded Fulbright Scholarship for study in the USA in 1960. She proceeded to the USA for a year, where she studied administration and supervision of schools. While in the States, she also visited schools and observed their system of education, which greatly helped her in the field. Meanwhile, the school kept on growing, and today, Happy Home School has a large student body, with 4 campuses in Karachi, catering to both metric and O-level. The very first metric batch in 1958 brought laurels to the school. Ilyas Absar acquired the 2nd merit position in the board exams. Since then, each year Happy Home School students acquire several board merit positions, and the school has twice been awarded the Shield for Meritorious Achievement by the Board of Secondary Education, Karachi. The University of Cambridge too has named Happy Home School as one of the top 10 achieving high schools of the city. Happy Home School is well known for its excellent facilities. The school has a very well-maintained library with 30,000 books. Apart from the library, spacious computer laboratories are meeting the challenge of the times. Happy Home School is also known for its discipline and its enriched curriculum. The school offers a wide range of co-curricular activities and is also a host to many inter-school competitions. Recently, it hosted Think Science, an international conference on the teaching of science that will be held annually. The distinguishing feature of the Happy Home School is that it is the first private school to incorporate Quranic studies, the Zohar and Asr Namaz by Jamaat in the curriculum. Happy Home School students have distinguished themselves in many fields. To name a few ex-students of the school, the previous Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Shahid Karimullah, Dr. Shaista Khan, Professor of Surgery at the Aga Khan Hospital, Miss Asma Anisa, Ambassador of Pakistan to the Lebanon, Jalis Siddiqui, Managing Director PSO, and hundreds of other outstanding students give Mrs. Faruqi a deep sense of satisfaction.
I joined Happy Home School in 1967 in class 2, and I did my metric in 1976. What I recall after a lapse of 30 years is an illustrious and hard-working Maryam Appa, who was not only focused on making us good students, but she wanted us to be good human beings. Her standards were to provide us quality education, focus on namaz. Maryam Appa had the special art of retaining committed teachers. I wish Maryam Appa a very long and prosperous life and pray to Allah to bless Pakistan with more mentors like her. For Maryam Appa, it can be aptly said, success is a journey, not a destination.
Mrs. Maryam says that all her success is not the result of her own self only, but she was and is fortunate to have some very good friends and staff who work dedicatedly. She named a few sincere and dedicated friends, family members and staff who have been by her side very dedicatedly, which has made Happy Home School what it is today. They are her niece Miss Zulekha Varis, founder O-Level Section, Miss Badr Siddiqui, Vice Principal Society Campus, Mrs. Hamida Mirza, Vice Principal Gulshan Campus, her friend Miss Najma Khan, her daughter Miss Ghazala Nizami, Principal, and some other who are no longer in this world, Mrs. Fernandez, Mrs. Noorbai Qadri, late Mr. and Mrs. A.E. Chinoy, Mr. Masoodul Hassan, Mr. Hassanat Farsi, Mr. Hosseini, Mrs. Zainab Ataullah, and Miss Najma Hashim, to name a few. Mrs. Faruqi regards them highly. In 1999, on the occasion of the school's Golden Jubilee celebration, all staff members with 20 years or more of service were awarded gold medals. Mrs. Faruqi has all praise for her dedicated staff, administrative, office, teaching and domestic staff. Everybody works dedicatedly, she being the greatest inspiration and role model for them. Mrs. Faruqi has been awarded numerous awards for her meritorious services rendered in the field of literacy and education. In 1984, she was presented the President's Literacy Award by the Literacy and Mass Education Commission. In 1996, she was presented an award by the Happy Home School alumni for her distinguished services in education. A couple of years later, she was bestowed with the Star Woman 1998 award by the Star Girls and Women Foundation. In 2003, she was presented with the Madar-e-Millat Award in recognition of her services to education. Sindh Education Foundation acknowledged her contributions by awarding her during the seminar on strengthening the Adopt a School program in 2005. A year later, she was given the Lifetime Achievement Award during a teachers' convention organized by KFC. She was also presented an award by the Pakistan Federation of Business and Professional Women. Besides creating Happy Home School, Mrs. Faruqi has a number of other major achievements to her credit. At the time when Happy Home School was founded in 1949, she, with the help of Miss Safia Khan, the renowned lawyer, Mr. A.K. Brohi, founded the Pakistan Education Society, registered and set up the Newtown Girls High School in Newtown. The school was given the allotment of the building by Mr. Masood, administrator of Karachi and renowned author of Hari Commission Report. The school was, however, nationalized in 1972. Miss Safia Khan, a devoted headmistress at the Newtown School, did a meritorious job, and after her death, Mrs. Faruqi had it renamed to Safia Khan Memorial Newtown Government Girls Primary and Secondary School. Mrs. Faruqi also worked actively with Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan for All Pakistan Women's Association at Amil Colony. The institute was vacant at that time. She approached the administrator of Karachi, Mr. Muhammad Ishaq, and got the allotment in favor of All Pakistan Women's Association, which was founded by Begum Rana Liaquat Ali for the refugees coming from India. Thus, it was renamed Gule Rana Club. Later on, she helped Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan in setting up an industrial home for ladies, having the agenda of earn while you learn. She has also been president of Zonta International, an international club, for 4 years. Presently, she is an executive member of the Educational Committee of the Pakistan Federation of Business and Professional Women. Her life is an example. Her credits and achievements an inspiration for all of us to follow, to enrich generations to come. For tomorrow belongs to people who prepare for it today.